What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DBRC. Hey, today we're gonna be reacting to another video. I apologize for last week. Last week I was very busy, so I apologize because I know I told you I was gonna be dropping multiple videos a week, but I got busy. So life happens sometimes, and I apologize. It won't happen again. It won't happen again. But hey, if you don't subscribe, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. We're almost at 4K, and I'm trying to hit 4K, so continue to please show the support and also tap in to the links down below in the description. But look, 10 WWE gimmicks that lasted seconds. So I'm assuming we're just gonna title this gimmicks that didn't last in WWE. You already know. But look, I'm trying not to be too loud because it is pretty late right now, and I'm trying to get this video done for y'all because, like I said, I have been very busy lately, so I really haven't had much time to record for y'all. Because trust me, if I could record all day, I would record all day. Trust me. But look, without further ado, let me know what y'all want to react to next down below in the description, in the comments. My bad. It's been a minute, alright? Let me know down below in the comments what you want to react to next. But hey, without further ado, let's get into this video.
WWE history, they've been known to introduce fans to a brand new gimmick or persona and then proceed to pull that gimmick from
Is that Emma, the one that's now? I remember she used to do something weird. Is this her?
TV without any logical kayfabe explanation. The gimmick in question is usually poorly received by the audience, so WWE believe that they have no other choice but to abandon their initial creative pitch and go back to the drawing board. Join us now as WrestleMania looks at...
Bruh, I think that is her, because she used to come out and she used to do some weird dances.
10 WWE gimmicks that lasted seconds. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel. It was one of the more
Eugene.
Number 10, Eugene, villainous persona.
Hold on. WrestleMania.
Number 10, Eugene.
What's up with the highlighter? The neon writing. What's up with that? That's new. This is not like you. What is this? Speaking of this, I don't know why it just made me think of 4th of July. Let me know what y'all did for 4th of July, man. What y'all do for 4th of July? Y'all had a cookout? Y'all watched some fireworks? Like, tell me some stuff, man. Let me know in the comments. I do read the comments. Y'all already know that. Let me know. Let me know how y'all 4th was. My 4th was, I'm not gonna lie, was like, had like a little cookout. That's about it, though. I mean, where I'm at, there was no fireworks. So it was like, wow. I'm not used to that. I'm used to seeing fireworks. So, yeah, it wasn't as exciting as it usually is.
Villainous persona. The Eugene character was one of the more controversial characters of the Ruthless Aggression era, and by 2006, his character had become incredibly stale. To combat this staleness, WWE took a daring approach with Eugene's character, and they decided to turn him heel. Following a match on Raw which pitted Eugene and Jim Duggan against the Spirit Squad, Eugene attacked Duggan to the surprise of the audience. His villainous persona would continue in the following weeks with him attacking Val Venus, and he would even try to take out DX. The crowd reacted poorly to this heel turn as it made no sense whatsoever, and it wasn't before long that Eugene would revert to his infamous babyface persona. WWE decided to ignore Eugene's heel run altogether, which ultimately further damaged any sense of continuity and substance the Eugene character had.
Okay, I do remember this.
Number 9, Midian.
Bro, what happened to Eugene? Is Eugene still wrestling? I know, obviously, he's probably not Eugene anymore. But, like, is he still wrestling? Because I'm actually curious if that actually worked anywhere else.
Naked Midian. Most fans know Midian for his time in the Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness stable. However, unfortunately for Midian, when the stable disbanded in '99, he was without a meaningful place on the card, so they were forced to come up with something brand new for the former European champion. WWE would reintroduce Midian as Naked Midian, randomly showed during Raw and SmackDown wearing nothing but a fanny pack and a thong. This gimmick was truly insane, and there was no rhyme or reason as to why he was suddenly acting in this erratic manner. This new character would receive a somewhat substantial push in October 2000 as he would...
Bro, hold on, bro. What's up with Vince doing that to people? I just realized, like, it's a couple people in history, especially around that time, that had a gimmick similar to that, where they were wearing like a man thong or something, or what is it, Speedos, whatever it is. It's a lot of gimmicks that used to wear stuff like that. I don't know what's up with Vince or creative, whoever's idea it was, I'm sure it was Vince's. I don't like what's good, bro. You had dude wearing a robe with the little man thong on. Then you got this dude with the fanny pack and man thong on. Then you had, I think, Buddy. I forgot his name. He wore like a dress, but he had like a thong on under it. Like, it's a lot of people that wore stuff like that back then. Like, Vince.
Challenged William Regal for the European title, but it was unsuccessful. This ludicrous gimmick would eventually be dropped in the months following the No Mercy event, and Midian would be pulled from WWE television with no explanation. Number 8. Ted DBRC, DBRC Posse. When the Legacy faction was disbanded in 2010, Ted DiBiase Jr. struggled to find an investable character, and this ultimately led to a demotion down the card. Whereas fellow Legacy member Cody Rhodes introduced the world to dashing Cody Rhodes, DiBiase's attempts at a new character all fell flat. The most notorious character of DiBiase was known as the DBRC Posse, and to say this gimmick was forgettable was an understatement. The DBRC Posse gimmick would launch in 2011, and it featured DiBiase as a babyface persona who would host tailgate parties for fans before WWE events.
Why do I not remember that? I do not remember that at all. That's probably because it wasn't good.
Gimmick could have worked, but DiBiase was evidently struggling in the charisma department, and fans ultimately rejected DiBiase as a babyface. This failed gimmick would lead to the former Legacy member falling even further down the card, where he would eventually remain until his release in 2013. Number 7. Brodus Clay, main event player. One of the problems with comedic gimmicks such as the Funkasaurus is that they have a short shelf life. A gimmick of this nature was going to
Hey, Grandma, getting it.
This was most definitely the case with Clay's dancing dinosaur gimmick. When Clay ditched the gimmick, he would debut a brand new persona known as the main event player. The issue here was that Clay had no personality with the character. He was average in the ring, and there was not a single fan that was wanting to see Clay pushed into the main event scene.
But he's like the modern day. Or he's like he's like Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is what he was supposed to be. Like, they wear the same ring gear. If you think about it, they wear the same ring gear. And he just did it off the top tsunami splash. Vince, you got some more explaining, bro.
There's no wonder
like, I know, Vince, you don't really have much of control to what they say. But you still have control. So you got some explaining. Because you're still the boss.
Gimmick completely flopped, and Clay would find himself moved back to NXT for further development. Number 6. Rene Dupree, most extreme athlete in ECW history. One of the wrestlers WWE saw a ton of value in during the Ruthless Aggression era was Rene Dupree. Dupree was young, he had a great physique, and his in-ring work was decent. In 2006, WWE attempted to make Dupree one of the top heels on the newly revamped ECW brand.
I told you I was late.
Dupree would label himself as the most extreme athlete in ECW history. Dupree would pride himself on his appearance, and the idea behind the character seemed to be that Dupree was everything that the traditional ECW roster wasn't. Dupree was made for Raw or SmackDown, but WWE in all likelihood believed that placing Dupree in ECW would be a catalyst for major heel heat. This gimmick change failed, as the ECW audience just weren't interested in Dupree, and it wasn't before long that WWE began to re-evaluate Dupree's position on the ECW roster. Dupree reformed La Resistance with Sylvain Grenier in 2007, but this reunion was short-lived as Dupree was suspended for a wellness policy violation. Just a few months after this policy violation, Dupree would request his WWE release, and this put an end to the WWE career of the former tag team champion. Number 5. Omos, Bodyguard / Giant Ninja. A few years before Omos was wrestling Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 39, he had a persona that seemed to only last for a few weeks. In 2020, Omos would debut as a member of Akira Tozawa's Ninja faction. Omos was obviously the tallest member of the faction, and he was
I do not remember
referred to as
I think this is around the time where I stopped watching.
the Giant Ninja. This gimmick would go virtually nowhere, and it wasn't before long that Omos was
This is definitely when I wasn't watching.
being presented as a doorman and bouncer for Shane McMahon's Raw Underground. It was clear at this point in time that WWE were trying out different gimmicks with Omos, and he would quickly transition into a tag team partnership with AJ Styles, which gave Omos his most successful character run to date. Number 4. Brian Kendrick, the mascot. Brian Kendrick has had a number of gimmicks throughout his wrestling career, but his very first gimmick in WWE was perhaps his most unusual. Kendrick's first gimmick in WWE was...
I hate that he looked like that, bro. He looked homeless. I miss the old Brian Kendrick when him and Paul London used to run to the ring. They used to run to the ring super fast, run to the corner, pose out the crowd, do a backflip. I miss that Brian Kendrick. This Brian Kendrick look homeless, bro. I don't like it.
Would see him become a mascot on Velocity. Kendrick would then represent the local sports team of whichever town WWE were in, and he would change his name each and every week. It wouldn't be long before WWE scrapped this concept for a gimmick.
So he was a true jobber.
What character Kendrick was going to have when he...
There it is. I miss the tag team championships like that one too. I don't like the new tag team champions they got. Championships, not champions, the championships, the belts they got. I don't like them. They're just so plain. All the titles that they have now are just so plain. Like, it honestly upsets me because they put no effort into customizing them at all. Why does the Women's World Heavyweight Championship look the same as the men's? Why does the Universal Championship, WWE Championship, and the Undisputed Championship all look the same? Why does... I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. And the same thing, we could say the same stuff about the NXT belts too, because they all the same. Men and the women's is the same. Tag teams and everything's the same, bro. Only ones that are different are the United States and Intercontinental one. And I don't even like the designs for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't like the way it looks. I miss the way where it used to look when it had like the blue on it. I miss that one. I don't like the new one that much. It doesn't feel like Intercontinental Championship. It just doesn't feel like it.
He eventually debuted on SmackDown. Number 3, Big Show, impersonator. Following WrestleMania 16, WWE decided to give Big Show a brand new gimmick. Big Show had just main evented WrestleMania, but instead of continuing this strong presentation...
Hey, that shirt kind of hard. Definitely gives 90s. It does definitely give the 90s. I like it. Of
the former WWE champion, they decided to turn Big Show into a full-blown comedic character. Big Show would begin to dress up as a random wrestler from the past and present. The names Big Show impersonated included the likes of Rikishi, the Berserker, Val Venus, and would even dress as Hulk Hogan to become the Showster. The gimmick did showcase Big Show's charisma, but gimmicks of this nature get stale very quickly, and this was the case here. WWE did give Big Show a pay-per-view match with this persona in which he defeated Kurt Angle at the Backlash pay-per-view. But when watching this match, it's clear that Big Show just needed to go back to being a menacing threat, and that's why the gimmick was quickly dropped.
Hold on, bro. We're not gonna skip this Viking
in which he defeated Kurt Angle at the Backlash pay-per-view. When watching this match, it's clear that Big Show just needed to go back to being a menace.
Bro, this is literally the fit that the Viking Raiders wear right now. The same fit. Only difference is there's no face paint. It's the same exact outfit. And before the Viking Raiders, I think it was another team that were Vikings.
Threat, and that's why the gimmick was quickly dropped. Number 2, Jeff Hardy, conflicted Jeff Hardy. At the start of 2003, WWE took a huge risk by turning Jeff Hardy heel. Hardy would begin to attack fellow babyfaces such as Rob Van Dam and Shawn Michaels, and the fans outright rejected Hardy as a heel. Whilst moral conflict in a character is good, it has to be executed well. It has to be delivered within the right storyline.
Jeff Hardy's not a heel
run was never going to work, and WWE quickly realized the error of their ways and reverted Hardy back to being a beloved babyface. TNA would attempt to portray Hardy as a heel 7 years later in 2010, and whilst this had more success, the fans just wanted to cheer Jeff, and it's likely that he'll remain as a popular babyface until the day he finally retires. And number
Jeff
1,
is not a heel
Albert,
type.
Hip Hop Hippo.
Oh
Matt
my
Bloom has been
God.
given endless gimmicks during his
A-Train, Tensai, Albert. What's the other one? I think it was another one. Let's see what this is. Just go back to the Performance Center, bro.
his numerous stints in WWE. Some of these gimmicks are notorious for all the wrong reasons, and one of these was when Bloom went from being a member of the X Factor as Albert to a dancing hippo known as the Hip Hop Hippo. Albert with this gimmick would join forces with the incredibly popular Scotty 2 Hotty, and Vince McMahon was trying to replicate the success of Too Cool, but it wasn't the same. Albert looked insanely awkward dancing around the ring, and it was clear to fans that this was a poor imitation of Too Cool. When they realized that turning Albert into a dancing hippo wasn't working, they decided to disband the tag team of himself and Scotty and once again rebranded the former Intercontinental Champion. WWE's next idea was to rebrand Albert as A-Train, and this involved somewhat of a push with feuds with the likes of Edge and The Undertaker, but it wasn't before long that this gimmick became notably stale.
But do y'all think y'all could take a JBL clothesline? Do you think you could take a JBL clothesline? I'm not gonna lie, I feel like he would knock my head straight off. If he did it his hardest, bro, he be doing that mess hard, bro.
But there you have it, folks.
That's it. Alright, so if y'all got any other videos you want me to react to in particular, let me know down below in the comments. Where is my mouse? Alright, here's my mouse. Let me know down in the comments, bro. I appreciate all y'all. Continue to like these videos, show me your support, because like I said, I apologize for the delay. I have been very busy, and if I ever don't post for a while, it's because I'm busy, so I apologize in advance. But look, like the video, subscribe if you're new. It's your boy D-Rib, man. I'm out.